Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ, former chairman of Mỹ Group, used to work for the world's leading printing and computing company, such as IBM, Sun Chemicals, and Kodak Polychrome Graphics. He owns about 200 patents in the field. The American Dyke Swatch Company, or ADS, established by him, created a revolution in organic printing, luminescence, and electronics. With scientific patents recognized in different countries around the world, especially the invention of publishing technology, in which digital data from a computer is directly written to the print without going through the intermediary, which is the film process. This is a new printing technology that is widely used in the world, and with the inventor being a Vietnamese, it has put Vietnam on the world map of high-tech brands.
After many years living and working for big multinational corporations in the US and Canada, Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ in 2004 decided to return to Trà Vinh, his hometown where he was raised and born. Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ owns more than 200 patents in optoelectronics, and our Talk Vietnam today, we're very honored to have him here to share his story. Hello, Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ, and thank you very much for joining our Talk Vietnam today.
Thank you. My honor to be here.
You've lived so many years abroad, but your heart and mind always kept thinking about Vietnam, and you had so many big dreams about Vietnam at that time. Can you share a little bit about those dreams?
In September 1982, when I was working in the restaurant as a waiter and a head cook, and my wife at that time, she was 18 years old, I was 27, she just came from Vietnam. I was there for three years already. She came in and worked. So one day close to Christmas, after she finished setting up table in the front, and she came back to the kitchen, and she asked me, "Hey, and me, what's your dream of the future?" I was cutting beef, and then I turned to her and answered, I said, "One day, I'll come back to my hometown, my home village, to build industry, provide job for people in my village, to have a better life." And then my wife asked me, "You know you are a waiter?" I said, "Of course, but you asked for my dream. That is my dream."
You started your job as a waiter in Canada. So what motivated you to move from being a waiter to achieve what you've had today? Why did you have that specific image in mind that you would build factories?
Because I came from a broken family. My father left our family when I was 7 years old. And I live in Thanh Mỹ village, a Tet offensive, Mậu Thân, right? Tet Mậu Thân, right? Came and my house in the village were burned, and then my mom took 5 of us to Trà Vinh city, lived there, and we was like homeless for some time. And every day at 4 o'clock, I saw bread on the street, you know. Would carry a bag of bread and walk around, said, "Mì đây, mì nóng dọn đây." Yeah, tried to make a living when I was very young, and always entrepreneurship in my head.
So what do you think about your connection to the root, to your homeland? You know, you've lived a life traveling to so many different places, doing so many things. Now looking back, what do you think about your connection to Vietnam?
Well, I'm Vietnamese. I'm proud to be Vietnamese. I'm back to my root. I'm happy to be back and to contribute.
When you first came back, when your plane got landed, what came through your mind?
Tears from my eyes. The captain said, "Okay, we descend to Tân Sơn Nhất Airport." And I looked down, the window is dark, nothing. And tear come down, and yeah.
When did you know that, okay, this is the place that I need to be and I'm in the right place, I'm on the right track? When did you know that?
When I left Trà Vinh, is, you know, you see a lot of rice paddy field everywhere, and then when I came back, it's so crowded, you know. Yeah. But of course, I understand the Vietnamese, and it's my dream to come back. So they took me to see the industrial park. Actually, it's a rice paddy field and nothing. So okay, this is industrial park, and you can invest here. Okay. okay. Trà Vinh province at that time is the third poorest province of Vietnam. Yeah, and the poorest in the Mekong. So this was a very poor place. My dream is to come back to my village, to provide job and to help the people in my village, my hometown, to have a better life.
But what opportunities did you see in that poor place?
You know, it's because the poorer the place, the more opportunity you get, because they don't have anything. You know, they have nothing. So people ask me, where is the best place to invest? I said Trà Vinh. So I mean, you know, we always heard people say, okay, you know, difficulties, opportunities. So Trà Vinh is the poorest place in the Mekong and gave us a lot of opportunities there.
And before we listen more to Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ story, let's learn more about him and his love for Trà Vinh, his hometown, in the following clip.
Tôi tên là Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ. Trà Vinh là quê tôi, nơi tôi được sinh ra và lớn lên. Giống như cá hồi vậy đó, thì đi đâu thì đi, nhưng cuối cùng thì về lại quê mình rồi chết ở đó. Thì đó là cái chung của tất cả những người Việt Nam ở nước ngoài. Cái tình cảm của làng xóm mình, của quê hương mình thì chắc có lẽ đó là một trong những cái động lực mà của những người Việt Nam ở nước ngoài như tôi đi về. Tại vì không bao giờ mình tìm thấy được những thứ đó ở nước ngoài hết. Riêng tôi thì sống từ một cái quê rất là nhỏ ở đồng bằng sông Cửu Long này, thì cái tình làng nghĩa xóm thì nó to lớn lắm ở trong khi mình đi. Nói đúng không là mình mang đi cái đất nước mình mà cái tình làng nghĩa xóm thôi. Thì khi mình trở về thì chắc có lẽ đó là cái mà mình về để mình tìm.
Could you share more about the field that you invested in Trà Vinh in 2004 and the journey that brought you to success?
In year 2003, I told my wife, it's a time for me to come back to my village, to start my own, start the company, to start achieve my dream there. We start digging ceremony on the 23rd of June, 2004, and building the Milan Chemicals is now became Milan Group. Well, the company is growing. You know, we supply to Kodak Polychrome Graphics. They were the biggest and the first customer for our companies. And I also had a very good relationship with with them, because I was ex-employees, and so I was an inventor for the technology.
You have achieved many successes abroad, but as we all know, nothing great comes easy, and you must have gone through so many challenges and overcome so many hardships. Can you share with us when was the most difficult time for you living and working abroad?
After marrying my wife, I go to school at 8 o'clock till 1 o'clock, and directly went to a restaurant and work, and I got home around 2 o'clock in the morning. Wow. It's every day is like that. So when I went to school, my friend has the same first name as me. So they call me Mỹ mắt đỏ. It means American with the red eyes, because I did not have enough sleep, so my eyes always red. And so I work hard because I have to support my own family. My wife at that time pregnant, my first and my eldest son Brian. And I have to send money home to help my mom and my sibling here in Vietnam. So worked so hard. But I finished my Bachelor of Chemistry in 1986 and my Master also in Chemistry in 1988. And then I finished my PhD in 1990. And then I got a job to work at the Associate Researcher at the National Research of Canada. at where I did my PhD for 2 years, and then I got a job at IBM Almaden Research Center in San Jose, California. So I moved there. We moved to San Jose and worked there. 2 years later, I moved to another company because I got a first technical manager to work at Polychrome. It became Kodak Polychrome Graphics to work on offset printing plates. And then July 1997, I resigned from the job. I quit, went back to Canada to start my company called American Diceworks on the 31st of August 1997. The company is still there. Still operated by my employees, most of them Canadians. I just visited my first company 2 months ago.
You are a scientist and also an inventor with more than 200 patents in optoelectronics, chemical materials. Can you share more about your passion of creating things and your love for science and technology?
Well, usually it's you look around you, you see what the society needs. You see something wrong, you do right what's wrong, and then you do better what's good. You make something that people don't have or dream to have. So that's how creativity come in, and then apply science and technology and look around, and then you see, okay, there's the product is not good enough, you make a better one.
So among those 200 patents, which are you most proud of? Or
All of them.
all of them?
All of them.
Or which are your favorite?
The favorite one, the one make a lot of money, Of course, I mean, patents on the first 2 patents on near-infrared polymeric dyes. So we license technology to different companies in the world, to companies in China, and Taiwan, in Korea, in Spain, in Brazil, in the US. So make a lot of money in the last 20 years, So of course, that's the most favorite. But there are many of them is coming, so useful.
So how do your American or Canadian colleagues react when they know that, okay, the man who invented all of these came from Vietnam?
The Vietnamese people are very, very intelligent. If you know how intelligent the Vietnamese are, you look at me, you know that, So, of course, when we are in Canada, in the US, you have to prove yourself. You have to, especially you are colored people, So you, and especially when I was in Canada or in US, I did not speak English well. Even today, I don't speak English well, And so you have to work harder. You have to work harder. But because we have a gene, the Vietnamese very intelligent, very good in math, very good in science and technology. So we look at things, and the Vietnamese lack of the analytical mindset. And when I was in Canada, I went to school there, so I learned how to do it. And we have a very good synthesized mindset. Lack of analytical mindset. So I went in Canada and I got both. I got everything, So that's why I look at things very simple. I look at what people need, and that's how we come up with the invention,
With your success abroad, you have kind of established a platform for you to start your business here in Vietnam. So how effective is that platform helping you to do business here in Vietnam?
We learned so much in North America and back to Vietnam, and we are developing countries, always have a lot of room for us to play, and also have a lot of knowledge to apply, and and especially the Vietnamese people are very hardworking people. They don't have a good environment or civilized environment to work, and I create a civilized environment, and we make very good products, and we export. We export like over 90%. Yeah, the local market is not big for us.
Which are the major markets, export markets for you, for your company?
European market, China, India, also like Korea.
As a very passion-driven and strong-willed person, after his retirement at the age of 60, Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ opened his new business, and he is living his motto, it's never late to start a business.
At the end of 2015, Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ decided to retire and returned to Long Chi Island, an isolated land, to open a startup, the third one in his career. Ryan & Company was established, specializing in applying high technology to the production, processing, and distributions of agriculture products. Dr. Mỹ turned 60 when he opened the startup. His target is not only to help Vietnamese farmers cope with climate change, but also seek opportunities of the agricultural sector in the 4.0 technology revolution. The company used technologies to increase agriculture value chain in all fields, from production, processing, distributions, and consumption. The investment in the invention of smart fertilizer is about $5 million to produce 20,000 tons of products for the market. Investment in cloud computing costs about $4 million.
So you retired in 2016?
2015.
2015.
31st of December 2015.
Yeah,
I was legally 60 years, so I have to retire.
And then you decided to open a new business in smart agriculture. Why did you do that?
Well, after a couple of weeks doing nothing, I realized that I'm still young to do nothing. And especially at that time, it's a dry season, 2015, 15 and 16, the dry season, historic dry season, and you see the seawater intrusion for 6 months in and traveling. I live in an island, small ice, when we did not have water. Believe it or not, I live in the middle of Mekong Delta, Cochin River. I did not have water to water my plants. And you know, we have at Mỹ Group, there are many engineers, very intelligent. So I pick a couple one and call them to do startup with me. And within 3 weeks, up and running. So very intelligent, very good, yeah.
So how many engineers are working with you now?
For the startup, right now, startup we have 183. And 183, 160 engineers. Yeah, in the IT, automation, electronics, you know, artificial intelligence.
And are they all Vietnamese or?
All Vietnamese, all Mekong Delta people, you know. So they are and very young. The average is about 25 years old.
The first and also the highlight of your product portfolios is the environmental monitoring floating device. Can you share more about this special invention?
I asked people, you know, to take water from the Cochin River to measure the salinity every hours. And we found out that, yes, we have a few hours fresh water coming down from upstream, but you have to know when. So we pump the water in, and I went to Mỹ Group and I talked to one of the engineer there. I said, "You want to start up with me?" You know, so he said yes. So he came and worked with me to build the smart buoy. So we put in Cochin River. So every 15 minutes we send to the cloud the salinity, pH, the tide level, and then you know, alkalinity. So every 15 minutes we send data to the cloud, and then with the app we have on the mobile phone, so that we can we know the quality of water, and then we can pump water in to water our plants, and also the farmer can use it for their rice farming, and also for shrimp farming. Yeah, and then now we have we build a whole network, right?
And to understand more about the impact of the smart buoy that Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ invented, let's take a look at the following clip in Trà Vinh province.
Mỗi 1 giờ nếu mình lấy mẫu mình đo thì mình có thể theo dõi biết lúc nào có mặn, lúc nào ngọt. Thì nếu vậy thì mình sẽ làm cái pha quan trắc, cần gắn một số những cái cảm ứng. Độ mặn là chắc rồi nè, rồi pH nè, độ đục nè. Cứ mỗi 15 phút vậy đó thì những cái cảm ứng nó sẽ gửi thông tin lên trên internet, rồi mình có thể dùng cái điện thoại di động của mình truy cập nó. Làm được không mày?
Dạ được chú. Chú kết hợp luôn cái thủy triều không, con làm luôn.
Làm luôn, mình nên làm cái đo cái mực nước luôn chứ.
That was how the smart boy to measure the salinity and level of tide created from the idea of Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ, a person born in the Mekong Delta region, and his local engineers.
Chú Mỹ về sẽ họp các cái nhân viên của những bộ phận có liên quan để chú trình bày những cái ý tưởng mà chú muốn thực hiện. Tại sao mà công ty mình sẽ phải làm những cái sản phẩm như thế này? Mình làm như vậy thì mình sẽ giúp ích được cái gì cho cộng đồng. Mà trong quá trình làm thì bắt đầu rất là nhiều cái ý tưởng phát sinh ra. Thí dụ như mình có pha quan trắc rồi, mình biết được chất lượng nước rồi thì làm sao đó để mình có thể lấy nước vô một cách tự động hơn, hiệu quả hơn, nhanh chóng hơn. Bắt đầu sẽ sinh ra những cái ý tưởng là làm hệ thống điều khiển bơm, rồi tương tác với dữ liệu độ mặn. Rồi cuối cùng là mình cũng đã hoàn chỉnh một cái mô hình gọi là những cái dự án về Mekong, quan trắc, lấy nước tự động, giám sát.
Currently in Trà Vinh, there are 20 locations equipped with smart buoys, including Hòa Minh Island, where people cultivate 2 seasons of stream and rice. People used to rely solely on their experience or using their tongue to taste water to set the salinity level for stream farming. But now things have changed. With the cell phone installed with our monitoring application, farmers can easily know exactly the proper level of salinity of water for stream farming and rice transplantation.
Mà nước bùn tháng 1 này là mình coi cái quan trắc môi trường nước này coi là độ mặn bao nhiêu, có thể bà con mình lấy nước được không? Bữa nay là tại vì thời tiết nó hay thay đổi, độ mặn nó chỉ còn có 2/1000 thôi. Vậy là nước này độ mặn nó quá thấp.
Applying 4.0 technology in agriculture to overcome and reduce the impact of climate change on agricultural production activities is Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ first goal when starting a business in this field. With nearly 20 stations installed with smart buoys, farmers have gained complete control on the amount of fresh water that can be used appropriately for rice cultivation and aquaculture.
So in the year 2015 and 2016, the Mekong Delta region experienced kind of the most severe drought and salinity in history, and it caused many damages to the local farmers. And at that time, your invention was not available. So can you elaborate more about the damages that the farmers in the Mekong Delta had faced during that time?
It's a lot of, you know, in the dry season of 2015 and 16, you have million people in the Mekong did not have enough water for their farm or even their, you know, day uses, you know. Vietnam have a lot of water, but lack of fresh water, you know, so that's, you know, Vietnam is a country considered to be shortage of water, you know. So also we see water everywhere. And you know, and a lot of rice farm was damaged, and also even shrimp and so.
Where are your devices implemented or equipped in different locations in Trà Vinh province?
In Trà Vinh right now we have about 20 buoys, and then in Kiên Giang working with other company. So in Kiên Giang we have 8, and then next month we have 10 in Bạc Liêu. Now we build we call the insect monitoring intelligent network. So with the mobile phone, you'll be able to identify the insects, the population, and then, you know, you can recommend the farmer to use pesticide, or you don't have to use pesticide, you know. So that's what we have right now.
Yeah. So how effective are those devices?
It's very useful, very useful for the farmers and for people in the Mekong.
And the farmers recognized that and are applying that.
Yeah, they right now we have a couple thousand people download the app, and every day they come in, they check for the water, and then we also produce a smart water pump. Very inexpensive, and the farmer buy the pumps, and then with the phone they can turn on and off, or they can set up the schedule on and off automatically. They don't have to go to the farm anymore, you know. Yeah, they can stay home, you know. watch Korean opera, and the farm still water still running through the farm. So that's how we try to do. That's what we do. Yeah.
So what do you think are the competitive advantage of your products?
We don't have competitors. I never look at them. Everything I do, I always see the needs of the society, a community, and I do it, you know. And that's why it's very, you know, it's a localized idea. And if we can multiply it to other location, other province, it's good, you know. You know, when we start up in agriculture, farmers not our target customers. They're the ones who benefit from our startup, you know. So usually the startup people, they try to work in the agriculture or farming fields, and I think the farmers will be the customers. They are wrong, because the farmer are the poorest in this society and need your help. You cannot make money from them. You have to give them money, give them opportunity, give them a good life, a better life, you know. So that's why with the experience I have when we start up in agriculture sectors, we have more likely chance to be successful. Yeah.
What about the price of your products? Are they price competitive or?
Very less, very inexpensive. The thing because we have a platform like the smart water monitoring network, piggyback e-commerce. The farmer with the app, they'll be able to buy fertilizer, they could be able to buy pump, they'll be able to buy, let's say, insecticides and pesticides, and the suppliers pay us a commission, so we continue to do good for society. Yeah. The farmer do not have to pay for anything. So they you know, using our devices or our app.
So how has technology helped farmers kind of free themselves from all of the labor-intensive activities?
Actually, I always said farmer is a distant species. Right now, we don't have, we are shortage of farm workers. The people in my village, now they prefer to work in the companies, in the industry, than working in the farm. The only old people still work in the farm, they are older and fewer, you know. And because of that, so we must come up with technology, you know, to be able to continue do farming, continue to have, you know, food security for the country. Especially have to be safe food. Yeah.
Unlike many other agricultural startups, Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ goal is not to earn high profits, but firstly, to help farmers minimize investment costs.
Những cái hệ thống bơm mà nhà nước mình đầu tư cả chục năm trước cho những công trình thủy lợi đó, thì bây giờ mình gắn cái bo mạch rất là đơn giản nhưng rất là rẻ tiền, trở thành thông minh thôi. Thì do đó mà cái chi phí đầu tư ban đầu nó không có nhiều. Còn mình làm thì ví dụ như cái bo mạch thì khoảng chừng 1 triệu 2 triệu đồng mình có thể tặng không cho cái địa phương đó, chứ mình đâu cần phải bán đâu.
Em nói là vòng về đó nè, vòng về đấy, hai bà hơi. Thì là nhung chọn bài này, nhung chọn bài cho nương lại nhung là 10 khi ngọ luôn. Đây tôi của đó. Nhưng tôi xin phọc anh có khoe tôi lì rô có vào.
Turning a normal pumping system into a smart one is the ways Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ and his young colleagues are working in Trà Vinh. Within just 3 years, Dr. Mỹ and his young engineers have launched a series of smart devices that have connect things and bring technology closer to agricultural production in the Mekong Delta. Along with smart fertilizer that helps reduce greenhouse gas emissions and the chain of agricultural production that links many businesses together, Dr. Mỹ wishes to free farmers from labor-intensive activities, increase productivity, and move production towards a clean process.
Cái đời sống ngày xưa thì bà con nông dân cực lắm. Tại vì quần quật với ruộng đồng làm thì nhiều. Nhưng mà cái năng suất thì nó thấp. Nếu mà so với cái thời điểm mà trước đây mình làm nông nghiệp thì bây giờ thì quá sung sướng rồi. Máy này nó cấy mà vừa bón phân binh á, bón một lần mà xài hết cái vụ thì rất là tốt, tuyệt vời. ha.
So you gave presentation of your products and your inventions to different stakeholders, including scientists, entrepreneurs, and businessmen. How did they react to your presentation and introduction of new technologies?
You know, some people believe in it, some people disbelieve in it, some people, people doubt. But, that's how people react to the new technology. So that's how you try to work. We see the needs of our community, about society, about country, so we do it. I mean, we keep improving, and especially the young engineer in our community, when they do things, when they come up with the new ideas, come up with a good device, and they know the device, the idea that they have to serve the community, they continue to do, and they're happy to do it, and they take pride for the work that they have been doing. So that's the good at it. Yeah.
How did you build up your corporate culture? How did you build up an environment where all of your staff and employees know that sustainability is a very important factor?
I recognize the Vietnamese very intelligent people, but they lack of the environment for them to create, to invent, to be better. So what I did, I built the civilized environment. I always said to my people, if I cannot take of you to Canada, I'll bring Canada here. So I built everything is Canadian standards. No matter how great your idea, how good your idea, but you don't have people to do it, nothing will come. So the best thing in Vietnam is you invest in people, and lucky for us, we are Vietnamese, we are so intelligent. We have a gene, a scientific gene in our mind, so just invest in people. And the Vietnamese people have a very good working ethic, we are hard-working people, and we dedicate, so the thing is, we don't have a civilized environment for people to roll, to be better. So that's what I have been doing. I mean, building a civilized environment. I bring Canadian standard back to my hometown for the people to have a better life. Yeah. And so in the company, like at 10 o'clock, 3 o'clock, everybody have to stand up to do a night exercise to prevent the cervical problem. We call office disease, and that's self-discipline. That's how you do. And then we have a beautiful cafeteria, and people are not allowed to eat, to sit together more than one time a week. So they have to mix, they have to interact with different people, they have to eat with different people, so, and like that, and we build the civilized society there, better. And the Vietnamese is very, very intelligent, and you can see creativity in the company. We have a lot of invention, a lot of very good products. We export to many countries, and so it's very good. Yeah.
Let's join us to experience the working environment of the engineers who are working for Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ and see how they are creating new products.
Located in Long Chi Island, modern factory with advanced production technology, innovative, stimulating workspace for young engineers. A series of inventions have been born from the working area right in the heart of Long Chi Island.
Many people call you the scientist of Vietnamese farmers. So how do you feel about this nickname?
Well, I went to Philippines early this year and to attend the Smart Farming Conference. And people introduced me as a farm signer, a farmer, scientist, entrepreneur. They call me a farm signer, 3 in 1. Yeah, I'm it's the entrepreneur. When I was young, selling ice cream on the street. Went to school in Canada, became a scientist, working at IBM at Kodak, and now I am a farmer. So I try to apply what my experience, my knowledge that I learned from North America, and to have farmers here to have a better life, you know. So yeah, I'm a farm scientist. Me, yeah. I'm
That's a
happy.
very
I'm happy.
interesting
I'm happy. So
concept.
people call me that.
Yes. So when you first returned to Vietnam in the year 2004, probably not so many Vietnamese overseas also decided to go back to Vietnam and contribute to the homeland. But now things have changed, and we've seen a lot of young Vietnamese overseas returning to Vietnam and starting their business here. So what do you think about the role of Vietnamese overseas who have kind of the international experience and knowledge in contributing to the development of Vietnam nowadays?
Well, it's very good. As I said, I came back here before the Decree 36 of the Communist Party to recognize the Vietnamese living abroad as a part of Vietnam. And now, yes, it's after Decree 36, they recognize. And more the Vietnamese recognize, Vietnamese living abroad recognize opportunities here of our country. We are growing, the country is, grow, So that a lot of opportunities, a lot of demanding for, for high skill set, for entrepreneurship. And that's why Vietnam is, I think it's the most attractive destination for entrepreneurs, for startup. Yeah, I believe in our country to be better. I mean, now I'm a president of Vietnamese Business, Overseas Business Association. I see that, I see that. And now I see that a lot of successful business people here in Vietnam like to invest outside the country. We are the bridge for that. And hopefully that, in the next few years, our country is one of the best places, the best destination for people to come. Not only for tourism, but also for growing their business, for their investments.
It's like a startup hub in the region.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ, after all what you've been through, what's your definition of success?
Well, you start up because you want your hometown, your country, a better place to live, or the earth is a better place to live. The money will follow, and don't be greedy. Because when you die, you don't bring anything with you. Whatever, you leave behind, people will remember you. We give you credit, you are a good guy. You do it because for the people around you to have a better life. That's all.
Is there anything else you want to share to our audience out there?
Well, Vietnam is a growing country. The Vietnamese is very intelligent. A lot of opportunities here. Come and achieve your dream like me, So and you will have a very, very meaningful life. You will not regret when you die. So that's my advice.
Well, once again, thank you very much, Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ, for joining our Talk Vietnam today. Thank you for your inspiring and beautiful stories. And we've learned a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We would like to end this edition of Talk Vietnam by quoting Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ saying, "For me, success does not mean having a lot of money, houses, or cars. Success is changes you bring to the benefit your community and the society you are living in. This is a very important thing to do in one's lifetime, and this is specifically true to people who are engineers and scientists. And thanks to Dr. Nguyễn Thanh Mỹ sharing, I've learned a lot today, and I hope you also feel the same. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.